Hey guys, I'm going to do a video showing a Delica 4 I acquired that was reground by Tom Krein. And I've been looking for a Spyderco that had been reground by Tom for a while. He no longer does regrinds by request. Just very recently he started rebuying. He's actually been buying knives and then regrinding them and offering them for sale. It's really hard to get a hold of him that way. He only posts them to his Facebook group, and there's so many people that want them, and I don't even really try. So I'm going to offer a few comparisons. It's ground very thin, which I really like. One thing I talked about on one of the forums was how it appeared Tom regrinds thinner than his actual customs, but I haven't had a huge influx of his customs either, so one of them pointed out maybe he was grinding thinner knives at the time and doing the production knives around the same thickness. So I don't really know. I should actually ask him. But I set my calipers. The regrind is to around 6 or 7 thousandths thick behind the edge, which is really thin. That's, to me, in the high performance range, or very high performance. And get this to work. Should add this. So you can see there, it's even a little bit above the edge bevel. If I can get it to focus. There we go. And that's set at 6 thousandths. In comparison, my Phil Wilson, which is even a little more extreme than that, I would say, you can see it sets well above the edge bevel at 6 thousandths. And at the tip even thinner. It's not going to want to focus very well there. But you can see it's sitting above it. Actually, the Phil Wilson isn't the most extreme knife that I have, though. That'd be this one from Joe Calton. I think I'm pronouncing his last name right. This one is like, well, it's about the same as the Phil Wilson. I mean, you can see it sits a little higher, probably. It's more just the stock thickness. And it goes down to like a needle. I don't even know the thickness. 2 or 3 thousandths thick, maybe. You can see how much the calipers come up on the tip. Well, kinda. Anyway, so yeah, the stock thickness is, he put a nice tapered grind on the Delica 4. Which you can see there. You can see how thin that Calton is. And then compared kind of to the Phil Wilson. This isn't necessarily my preferred model on the Delica 4. I wouldn't have minded the kind of more just the standard Delica 4 without the wave. Give it a little higher blade. But it's really nice. I'm glad to have one. Spydercos in particular seem hard to find, and I had to do kind of like a wanted ad on the forums. But I've been using it at work a little bit, kind of testing it against we typically use Stanley knives for all the stuff because you don't have to worry about the abuse, and some of the things I cut open is sporadic and I don't know, might hit something. But on some of the stuff that I can take a little more time, I've been comparing it to, and the Delica 4 outperforms the Stanley knife. The thickness behind the edge is thinner than a Stanley knife, but with it not just being an abrupt, really short bevel like the Stanley knife into the stock thickness, it wedges the material apart better. It really does cut well. Something I'm very glad to have, and his work seems to just be increasing in difficulty. So it's kind of a quick chat, and hopefully I can get more of Tom's work here in the future. But thanks as always for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.